So I was born here in St. Genevieve and was familiar with the town. And when we saw the St. Genevieve Winery was for sale, we was very interested in the property, but we were very interested in producing mead and cider here. And we thought it would be fun because mead is a very creative alcohol, similar to the craft beer industry several years ago. You can really get creative with a lot of the meads by adding spices, fruits, caramelizing the honey. It's almost endless, the creativity you have with mead. My name is Brix and I am one of the co-owners of Brix Urban Winery and Market. We make mead, fruit wines, and imperial ciders. So we add water and yeast and honey together and ferment it. It's 22% alcohol or less. And we can add fruit, spices to that honey to create different flavors of mead. We also make some craft fruit wines, so some barrel-aged fruit wines, and some imperial ciders, which just mean it's high alcohol, hard cider. So this used to be a home. It was built in 1908. It was then the local hospital in St. Genevieve, became a radio station, and then in the 80s it became the St. Genevieve Winery. They retired and we purchased the property from them, and we've opened Brix Urban Winery and Market. We opened 3 years ago. So our honey comes from different sources. There's different honey based on what the bees pollinate. Our local honey comes from Exit 157 Farm and Apiaries up in Bloomsdale. They manage a hive here in the downtown for us. And then we also get some unique honeys from Hawaii, also some from the Pacific Northwest that taste like toasted marshmallows. So it just really depends on what the bees are pollinating. So my background is in chemistry, and I used to be a flavor chemist in St. Louis. And I was looking for a way to kind of semi-retire, and this was a fun way to move into retirement and still explore some creativity. I worked as a flavor chemist, so I made flavors for candy, alcohol, and then eventually pet food flavors. We have this one here is the Auburn. This is a caramelized wildflower honey. It's aged on Madagascar vanilla bean and coffee. We also have a traditional wildflower honey. This one is fermented completely dry, which you don't see a lot of dry meads, but we do make dry meads. This one ages for a year. This is our gold medal winner from the state of Missouri. We also have some like a blackberry and wildflower honey that's aged on a Madagascar vanilla bean and clove. And I think this week and next week we come out with a release of a high gravity mead that we aged in a barrel from the wood hat. Yes, we have live music events throughout the year. We also try to do some fun events like All Hallows Mead that comes up for our Halloween event. We participate in a lot of the festivals for the downtown. We also had a dog event, and we just try to participate in every way we can. The town's art walks, and try to do things that are fun and unique to create an experience for our customers. Daredevil is a fruit wine, and we decided to do craft fruit wines, and so this is a peach wine. It's a semi-dry and it's aged in a bourbon barrel. The cherry is one of our dry meads. So this is a dark cherry and wildflower honey aged dry, or fermented dry and aged for about 9 months. And this is a traditional wine drinkers that go for a Merlot usually like this cherry on top. We went for kind of a retro label, which is kind of like your 80s hairband label style. So we try to make some fun labels. We do design all of our own labels. We also work with some artists from Fiverr, and then once a year we have a label design competition that we do nationwide. Last year a local artist, Peggy Bay, won that label art competition. This year the pit stop, our apricot on toasted pecan mead, was designed by Michael Hayes out of Florida. He's the owner of Lucid Designs. It's so good you gotta come out and get some mead.